With 2 games of the preseason down for the Las Vegas Raiders, we kind of get a glimpse. We can kind of take a look at what has been going on with the UDFA and the rookie draft class of 2023 for the Las Vegas Raiders. And today we're here to shed a light on how they've played so far. And I think you're going to be relatively surprised / pleased. So obviously it starts with a guy like Tyree Wilson. Yeah, he hasn't played so far, which, okay, fine. I think we're going to see more of him during the regular season, which I'm really excited for. And so I'm really not that worried about it. Michael Mayer, on the other hand, got a couple of snaps against the Rams this last week. 2 targets, had 1 catch for 3 yards. Again, not really worried about it because Aiden O'Connell has been balling out. And if him and Aiden O'Connell get together, I think it's going to be really fun to watch. And like I said, he really only got a little bit of snaps on that first drive. Defensive tackle Byron Young played a total of 17 snaps, really only 1 tackle, only against the 49ers. So I really would like to see more of him in the preseason, but I also understand, hey, if you want to keep him fresh, you want to keep him healthy, it is what it is there, so I'm not that worried about it. Wide receiver Trey Tucker, 191 all-purpose yards, including 3 catches for, I believe it was 66 yards against the Rams here in this latest game, including a 40-yard catch that probably should have been a touchdown. He dropped a touchdown as well, but it is what it is. He has had 3 drops this preseason. He's shown a little bit of an ability to have a little bit of wiggle room in the punt return game as well as the kickoff return room, more accurately the punt return side of things, but it is what it is. Trey Tucker has been kind of a Swiss Army knife for the Raiders offense. I'm excited to see how he continues to develop, and Jacorian Bennett has been kind of the same story. 25 total snaps. He's been exciting. He has had 1 tackle, only been targeted twice, has allowed 1 catch for 17 yards, but to me, I think he's shown that he is a very capable young cornerback that is going to be really fun to watch throughout the rest of his tenure here with the Raiders. I think moving forward, he's going to get his chance to be able to come in and show what he can do. Quarterback Aiden O'Connell has been a godsend, 26 of 36 through this preseason, 304 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. He's been smart with the football. He has been, he's shown the ability to throw a really nice deep ball, which I don't think people are giving him enough credit for. He's spread the ball around. He's making good decisions. I've loved what I've seen from Aiden O'Connell so far. Christopher Smith II, the Georgia Bulldog, who's won a couple of national titles, really hasn't been tested in coverage, but he's played a total of 48 snaps, has had a tackle, almost had a pick against the Rams, so it is what it is there. Excited to see what he does on special teams, and yes, I think he's got to make the 53. But speaking of making the 53, Amari Burney, the linebacker coming up out of Florida, he's played 1 more snap than Christopher Smith II, has had 4 tackles, a sack, and he has allowed 44 yards on being targeted 8 times and having 4 catches on him. So is what it is there. He should have had a pick against the 49ers, but he really has shown that he could be a difference maker at the linebacker position. Can you just imagine? Him and Drake Thomas are the absolute future, and I'm excited about it. Nestor Jade Silvera, the defensive tackle out of Arizona State, 44 snaps so far, 2 tackles and a hurry. Has been relatively respectable, almost a 60.0 run defense grade, but I mean, Nestor Jade Silvera had also that holding penalty against the Rams. I don't necessarily fault him for that because that's literally what the coaches are telling him to do. They are telling him to take up double teams, to take up blockers, so guys like Drake Thomas can get out there and make plays. So I'm not really that worried about it. I've been pretty pleased with the 7th rounders production so far. As far as the UDFA class, Dalton Wagner really got a lot of snaps this last game against the Rams. 57 total snaps, has only allowed 2 hurries. Had 1 penalty on that false start in the red zone, which it is what it is, but overall he had a 55.1 PFF grade. I think I've liked what I've seen from him so far. I also think that Thayer Munford is coming for that right tackle position. Jaden Grant, the DB out of Oregon State, liked what I've seen out of him. 29 total snaps, 1 tackle, and a 68.3 PFF grade. These DBs have been really targeted a good amount, and I think that Jaden Grant, though, has held his own. On the other hand, Azizi Hearn out of Washington, I think it's been a little bit of a rough go. 40 total snaps. He's been targeted, he's had 8 tackles and been targeted 4 times and allowed 4 catches for 74 yards, mainly against the 49ers. Also had a penalty against the Niners, he had that one against the Rams. I apologize. But overall, he's been targeted a little bit, but I think maybe a move to safety could help him out a little bit more instead of having him play on the outside. But hey, is what it is. Also did have that nice fumble recovery. I think that he has been a guy that's been around the football to some degree, especially against the 49ers. McClendon Curtis, the guard out of Chattanooga. This guy has been really exciting to me. He's only played 15 snaps, but has not allowed a hurry, a sack. That's not really a lot to go off of. I'm hoping that he starts this last preseason game, but overall, I've liked what I've seen out of McClendon Curtis. I hope he gets more of an opportunity. Linebacker Drake Thomas, we've been singing his praises since day one, has played a total of 43 snaps. He actually technically has 11 tackles here. Sorry for the typo. But yeah, you're seeing a guy that's been targeted 4 times, only allowed 4 catches for 13 yards. I think he's been a godsend for this linebacker room. Edge player George Tarlis out of Boise State, 43 snaps, 1 tackle. I believe it was Tarlis who was responsible for letting Stetson Bennett run in that touchdown, is what it is at this point. He's an edge player that I think that if the Raiders needed to, he might make the practice squad. Adam Plant Jr. Out of UNLV, 51 total snaps, 2 tackles, and a pressure. I think I've seen more from Adam Plant Jr. than I have from pretty much any one of these second-team defensive linemen, defensive ends, excuse me. So overall, I think this rookie class, you've seen a lot of good gems, guys like Trey Tucker. I think Michael Mayer is going to be special. Obviously, we haven't seen Tyree Wilson yet, but even the UDFAs like Drake Thomas and McClendon Curtis, Dalton Wagner, I think just top to bottom, and of course you can't mention this rookie draft class without Aiden O'Connell. So top to bottom, this has been a pretty good and productive draft class for the Las Vegas Raiders. I can only see this thing getting better, especially with them getting more experience, more developed throughout the rest of the season, but I'm excited. But let us know what you guys think about how the Las Vegas Raiders rookies have played so far. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, all that wonderful stuff. But at the end of the day, let us know what you guys think about the Raiders rookies so far.